Hey guys, Bearded Nate. In this video, we're going to break down the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet shiny rates. Let's go. So just straight out the bat to start off with, this image that you're now seeing on the screen was created by Anubis on Twitter. I will leave their link in the description below, so make sure to go give them a follow. So straight off, all static encounters, NPC trades and NPC gifts are shiny locked. So let's just take a quick look at that. Static encounters include the 4 sub-legendaries, Koraidon and Miraidon, which is a real shame. Their shinies look beautiful. The EX Titans and all Gimmighoul, so that's including their roaming and chest forms. So by the sounds of it, the only way to get a shiny Gimmighoul is by Masuda methoding or just hatching them via eggs. All NPC gifts include the starters and the Galarian mouth, so shiny starters are locked. And there are 3 in-game NPC trades. These should be fairly obvious. One of them, I believe, is a trade with one of the NPCs for a Haunter, and it's not holding an Everstone, so when you trade it, the Haunter does then evolve straight into Ginga. So when it comes to shiny Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, you have the base shiny rate. That has not changed since, I believe, Sun and Moon, and the base shiny rate is 1 out of 4,096. There are also additional 5 extra things you can do to increase your shiny rate in Scarlet and Violet. So let's take a look at those now. The 5 additional things you can do to help improve your shiny rate in Scarlet and Violet. The first one is Outbreaks. Outbreaks is actually split into 2, so let's take a look at the first one. The first one is defeating 30 to 59 Pokemon in an Outbreak gives you 1 extra roll. Then the second one is if you then defeat 1 more Pokemon to put it to 60 or more, you actually get 2 additional rolls. So it's always best to try and defeat at least 60 or more Pokemon in an Outbreak to get those 2 additional rolls. We then have the Shiny Charm, which is tradition in any Pokemon game since God knows when, but having the Shiny Charm gives you 2 additional rolls. Sparkling Power level 3. This is the sandwich mechanic. I'm hoping to have a video about the sandwiches coming up later down the road, but just know that Sparkling level 3 gives you 3 additional rolls in the shiny chance, and as usual you have Masuda method. Masuda methoding gives you 6 extra rolls at finding a shiny Pokemon in eggs. So Anubis here has broken down how to get shinies in Scarlet and Violet in 3 different ways. So let's just take a look at the first one. The first one is wild encounters, and there are a number of different combinations that you can use to increase your odds. So let's just what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read through it, and hopefully this all makes sense. So wild encounters. So the first one is base shiny rate, so no bonuses whatsoever. You get 1 shiny roll, and that is 1 out of 4,096. You can then do outbreaks. So by doing the outbreak and you've defeated 30 to 59 Pokemon, that's an extra 1 roll, so that's 1 in 2,048. You can then, if you defeat 1 more Pokemon and you've actually defeated 60 or more in the outbreaks, that gives you 3 shiny rolls, so an extra 2 on the base. That takes it down to 1 in 1,365. Right, now we go down to the second section. So with no shiny charm, no outbreak encounters, just purely based on the Sparkling Power level 3, that gives you 4 rolls in the shiny. That takes it down to 1 in 1,024. If you then include the outbreak encounters 30 to 59 with the Sparkling Power, that gives you 5 rolls, which is 1 in 819. And if you defeat 1 more in the encounters to take you up to 60, that then gives you 6 rolls, which is 1 in 683, which is absolutely massive. Right, coming down, we now introduced the Shiny Charm. So just purely on the Shiny Charm, that's 3 rolls, that's 1 in 1,365. If you then include Outbreak 30 to 59, that's 4 rolls, which is 1 in 1,024. With the Shiny Charm and defeating 1 more Pokemon in the Outbreak, that gives you 5 rolls, which is 1 in 819. So guys, the last section, this is where it gets interesting. So if you just have the Shiny Charm and Sparkling Power level 3, that is 1 in 683. That gives you 6 rolls in the Shiny Chance. You then have the Shiny Charm, you then have the Outbreak 30 to 59, Sparkling Power level 3, that's 7 rolls, and that's 1 in 585. Then the best one, this is one of the best odds we've seen in such a long time. You have the Shiny Charm, the Outbreak with 60 plus Pokemon cleared, Sparkling Power level 3, that's 8 rolls, that's 8 shiny rolls, and that takes our odds down to 1 in 512. Next up is the Terror Raid Encounters. So this is the new terrestrialized mechanic in Scarlet and Violet. Unfortunately, by the sounds of it here, the base shiny rate raids are not affected by any bonuses. So outbreaks obviously don't count because that is purely for the outbreak. But the Sparkling Power level 3, the sandwich mechanic, does not affect Terror Raid Encounters whatsoever. So and it looks like they actually have their own shiny rate as well. And their shiny rate is actually more than what the standard base shiny rate is. So according to this image here, the shiny rate for Terror Raid Encounters is 1 in 4,103, which is a slightly increased odds from the 1 in 4,096 for the normal encounters. Alright, now we come down to eggs, and surprise, surprise, nothing has changed here from what I can see. We've got the base shiny rate, no bonuses, it's 1 in 4,096. If you include the shiny charm when egg hatching, it goes down to 1 in 2,048. Masuda methoding, if you don't know, that's when you have a foreign Ditto and a native Pokemon. So for example, I'm in the UK, so if I had a English Pikachu with a Japanese Ditto and I bred them, that would be Masuda methoding. That increases your odd. That increases your odds to 1 in 683. So 1 in 683 eggs potentially should be a shiny. Then if you combine both shiny charm and Masuda method, that takes us down to 1 in 512, which is the same odds as the outbreaks or the wild encounters, which includes the shiny charm outbreaks and sandwich sparkling level 3. So Anubis has also added some kind of additional information, some kind of quick help guide here. So clear outbreak Pokemon by defeating or catching them. So they've said the Let's Go, the also battle, is the fastest way to clear Pokemon. So just by pushing the R button, you send out your lead Pokemon and they automatically defeat them. Obviously it depends on their HP and the type of Pokemon. So if you've sent out a water Pokemon against the grass, regardless of level, is 9 times out of 10 going to win. So obviously making sure typing is working there. Leaving the area does not deplete the outbreak and it does not reset by the sounds of it. But it is safe to save and continue your progress after a reboot. So I believe, from what I've read, if you defeat 60 Pokemon in the outbreak, that takes your shiny roll up to 2. If you then save the game, as soon as you've defeated 60 Pokemon, save the game and then continue. If you don't get any shiny Pokemon once the outbreak is finished, then turn your game off, turn it back on and start again. That should work according to what I've seen. Sandwich bonuses do not affect Terror Raids or eggs except for egg power. So egg power is one of the sandwich bonuses that just increases the amount of eggs that you can receive. So it quickens the pace of which eggs become available. It's worth combining Sparkling Power with Encounter Power for wild encounters though. It says here, now I'm not very good with all this, but let's just read it out. So Terror Raids use 32-bit seeds. So there are 1,467,775 shiny seeds out of that number there. So basically that's where we get the 1 out of 4,103.05 odds. And the shiny rates are the same as Sword and Shield BDSP. The same quirk is present where if any bonus is available, only 1 shiny roll is lost. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Perhaps you do. Take that however you want. So that's it, guys. That is the shiny rates in Scarlet and Violet. This is the first time I've ever done a video like this, and I've probably absolutely butchered it. So the best thing to do is probably just take a screenshot of this image and read it through yourself. But that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Look out on the channel for other guides around Scarlet and Violet, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.